Hello friends, we are discussing anthropology. So far I have discussed with you various topics of anthropology. Last video we have discussed concept of growth and development. What are the various determinants for growth and development? We have discussed the various principles of growth and development. Also, I have discussed with you what is the difference between growth and development. There is a lot of difference between growth and development. We have various stages of development. I have discussed with you various factors affecting growth and development. I have discussed with you what are the factors that are going to affect growth and development, like level of nutrition, environmental factors, the social condition, the economic conditions such as income level, cultures, belief system, intake of nutritious food. They have a lot of effects on growth and development. Various stages, human being pass through various stages of growth and development, like prenatal stage, natal stage, early childhood, middle childhood, adolescence, early adulthood, middle adulthood, late adulthood, and maturity. And moreover, there is a difference between age and senescence. Age is means how old are you? That is age. And senescence means it usually starts after maturity phase. There is cells do not function properly. In fact, they die. Cells stops multiplication. There is damage to DNA. There is mitochondrial degeneration. Telomere attrition is there. So also there is a difference between biological age and chronological age. Chronological age is the number of years that have actually passed since the birth of human being, and biological age is usually determined by health factors, various lifestyle factors to play a very important role on the growth and development. I have lot to discuss in growth and development. Biological age and chronological age is different from biological age. I have to consider it very effectively and efficiently. There are many factors. We have growth and development. How are they different from each other? They are very important from biological and anthropological point of view. They are going to be discussed in detail. It has a lot of things to discuss. So biological age is different from chronological age. A lot more to discuss over here. There are principles of growth and development. That is, there is proximodistal approach. That is, there is a principle of uniform rate of growth. Uniform rate of growth, and also there is differential rate of growth. There is hand movement takes place first and finger movements takes place later on. There are various stages related with cognitive development is there. Human beings starts to learn, starts to think logically. There is physical development, increase in height, increase in weight takes place. There is psychosocial development, that baby responds to the emotions of mother. Moreover, then abstract thinking takes place, also takes place, and then there is development of brain, body parts, and individual learns identity, self identity, and lot more other things. Emotions, learns to cope with external world. He learns to understand himself, comes creativity, increases. There is first logical thinking emerge, then emerge abstract thinking, then there is lot more to do, of course. And moreover, there are so many things that are required to be discussed over here. And moreover, things that are to be discussed in detail over here. And there is development and growth in different parts of the body. So there occurs various stages of growth and development. There are lot more things to be discussed over here. I have there is a principles of cephalodoxymoxel, that is a body, there are lot more changes that takes place in the body. There are other things that are taking place, changes in the body. There is changes in the brain development, understanding of self. There is changes in puberty. There are other things. Okay, then as human progresses, develops, there is change in the decrease in the cells functioning, cells gets damaged, there is loss of relatives occurs, and human being copes with the loss. There is increase in wisdom in old age, there is a decrease in memory, there are lot more things that are required to be discussed over here. There are many factors, things, there occurs a lot of changes in the body. There are various things happens in the body. Growth proceed in the longitudinal axis. That is principle of cephalodoxal. That is central part of the body develops, and then there is development of the extremist component of the body. It's very much required for the growth and development of the body. I have to increase the capacity. There is an increase in the capacity of lungs. There are growth is development in the physical features of the body, whereas development is the overall progress of the body. Growth is part of development, also includes growth, but there is a difference between the concept of growth and development. Growth is something increase in physical aspects of the body, whereas development means there are growth in other aspects of the body. That is development of motor skills. Now, concept of age and senescence. So when we discuss the concept of age and senescence, the age and senescence and aging means there is years has passed since the birth of an individual, and senescence means it is the natural activity of aging. It is a natural process of aging, and it includes a lot of other things that are going to be discussed over here. I have a lot of things that are going to be discussed over here, that are required to be discussed over here. There is physical development of the body, there is cognitive development of the body, that bodily occurs so many changes inside the body, development of brain, gain in height, gain in weight, development of logical skills, analytical reasoning, abstract thinking, self identity, and there is also increase in self awareness occurs among the individuals, that he become aware of the self. So there is awareness of the self, that is required. There are changes in the growth and development. There are body develops emotionally, body develops physically, body develops, there is increase in capacity of cognitive ability, that are we going to discuss over here. So there has to be very much importance. You have to discuss, you have to make good quality of content, and in order to reproduce, in order to write that content in your answer sheet, one must be able to recall the good quality content out of the brain. Then only he or she would be able to write good questions of it. Good answers have to be written out of it. So you have to analyze previous year's questions as well. Moreover, there is a need to think of what are the various logical things that are required to be discussed. That is, previous year's questions are important things that are to be integrated with the content, and you must do answer writing practice as much as you can. This is the way you will be able to score good marks. Now there is a difference between biological age and chronological age. Biological age is the actual number of years that have passed since the birth of an child. But biological age determines upon the the physical factors, determines upon the lifestyle. For example, a person may have biological chronological age as 30, and biological age he may be having 20 years old. So that is because of lifestyle factors, hygienic factors, social economic conditions, diet factors that are going to influence a lot. That is very much required. So a person may have biological age, chronological age as 30, but but the biological age of that very person may be 40. Again, it is because they are dependent upon various factors, social factors, economic factors, lifestyle factors that are to be discussed in detail. That is very much required. So far, there is a lot of things that is required to be discussed over here. There is a difference between means there are different principles of aging. There are different principles of growth and development. There is a lot more things to be discussed over here. I have discussed with you the principles of growth and development, concepts of growth and development. I have discussed with you physiological characteristics, how for healthy body that a person must have good pulse rate, a person may have proper normal heart rate, a person needs to have normal HB level, that person may be called healthy. So there are what is a disease and what is a health. And health is if a body, if a human being is having all these conditions, that is satisfy all these conditions, normal heart rate, normal blood pressure, good eyesight, sense of hearing, then that person is said to possess good health. However, if there is a deviation from the normal functioning of the body, there is abnormal functioning of body, then person is said to have some disease. So there are two types of disease: communicable disease and non-communicable disease. So communicable disease are those disease that can spread from one individual to the another individual, and non-communication communicable disease that do not spread from one individual to another individual. So all these both communicable and non-communicable disease comes under the category of acquired disease. Means they are acquired, whether it is communicable disease or it is non-communicable disease, they are acquired after the birth. Then there is another category of disease that is called congenital disease. So these diseases are not acquired at the time of birth, but they are present since prenatal stage. Okay, so like genetic disease. Genes are transmitted from parents to the offsprings. So these genes, some genes carry some disease, and these diseases are called genetic disease or genetic disorders. Moreover, like hygienic factors and non-hygienic factors, there are lot more to be discussed over here. That is very much required. And these communicable and non-communicable disease, communicable disease are also called as pathogen related disease. So virus, bacteria, or unicellular organisms, protozoan, fungi, they are all pathogen related diseases. Protozoa are single celled microorganism. Bacteria are single celled microorganism. Then we have non communicable disease like heart disease, like kidney disease, diabetes. They are not transmitted from one individual to the another individual. So these are two categories of communicable and non-communicable disease. So we have to consider to include have nature of disease, communicable and non-communicable disease. So these diseases have to be taken care of. Then there are infectious and non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases can be categorized as pathogen related diseases. They are sometimes called communicable diseases, and non infectious diseases are degenerative diseases, that is, malfunctioning of the organs like heart, kidney, liver. All these come under the categories of non infectious disease. So, I have discussed with you the difference between health and disease. Any deviation in the normal functioning of the body is called is termed as disease. A body which has normal temperature, normal heart rate, etc. is considered as healthy body. Moreover, there is a difference between infectious and non-infectious diseases, communicable disease and non-communicable diseases that I have discussed with you already. Now, another topic, nutrition deficiency related disease. So, these diseases occur due to the deficiency of nutrients inside the body. Such diseases are called nutritional deficiency related diseases. There are diseases that occur due to protein deficiency. For example, kwashiorkor, marasmus are both protein deficiency related diseases. So both these comes under nutritional deficiency related disease. Then there is another disease of disease due to mineral deficiency, like deficiency of iron leads to anemia, deficiency of iodine leads to goiter, deficiency of calcium leads to weak bones in the body. Also, there are diseases due to the deficiency of zinc, iron, calcium, magnesium. So all these diseases comes under mineral deficiency related diseases. So there are protein deficiency related diseases, there are mineral deficiency related diseases. So that is to be studied by you. So diseases, non health and diseases, I have explained it with you categorically. I have discussed with you a lot of things from medical anthropology, biological anthropology, or physical anthropology point of view. So, discussed with you communicable disease, non-communicable disease. I have discussed with you nutritional deficiency related disease. So, there is a lot more difference between nutritional deficiency related diseases, and there are communicable and non-communicable diseases. Health and disease. Definition by Crow and Crow, and has given the definition of growth, and Skinner has given the definition of development. There is a lot more things that are required to be discussed over here. There is a need to elaborate on such topics. I have then discussed with you so far growth and development, diseases, various nutritional deficiency diseases, communicational and non-communicational diseases, and other things have been discussed with you. I also discussed with you physiological factors, respiratory rate, then comes it depends upon that air is inhaled by our lungs. There is inhalation of air by our lungs, and that exhalation occurs. So blood carries oxygen from the lungs and carry it to the different organs of the body, and blood brings back carbon dioxide from the different tissues and organs of the body towards the lung, and that is exhaled. This is called respiration. So respiration occurs also at cellular level, cellular respiration. So oxygen is required. There is formation of energy occurs by the mitochondria. So mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell. So formation of energy occurs inside the cells, and energy is utilized by the different cells of the body. I have a lot of things to be discussed over here. There are so many points that are to be discussed over here regarding biological physiological characteristics. So body must have normal body fat. So there are three categories of body fat, that is normal body fat, reserve body fat, and excess body fat. So body fat protects the body from extreme weather conditions. Also body also is protected when there is, so reserve fat is also required for the normal body functioning. Excess fat is some sort of reserve fat that is required for use by the body. And there is another term called excessive fat. That excessive fat is harmful for the organs. It causes damage to the body. Our body has to keep a normal fat in our body. Then is pulse rate. Pulse rate tells us the heartbeat per minute. So normal heartbeat is required for the functioning of the body. HB level. So HB level has to be normal inside the body. HB level requires for the proper bodily function. So I have discussed with you various physical traits, physiological traits, such as moreover sensory perception, how our body respond to the various sense organs, how our body respond to the sense organs. There are various senses of our body, and the body perception towards the senses, experiences of the senses, that is required for normal body functioning. So there are sensory perception are also different in different social, economic condition, cultural condition of the population. So sensory perception, how experience of senses are perceived by the human body, and this perception plays a very important role. So understanding this sensory perception, HB rate, breathing rate is very much important for the proper growth, normal functioning of the human body. I have discussed with you age, population, sex as biology as genetic markers. So ABO is example of genetic markers. ABO is a blood group that was discovered, and there are four main blood groups: A blood groups, B blood groups, AB blood group, and O blood group type. And there are RH antigens. RH positive means there is a presence of antigen D, and RH negative means there is absence of antigen, that is RH negative. So there are a total of 8 blood types under ABO system. That is A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, and O negative. So these, which blood group shall be carried by the body, it depends upon the genes present in the body. And genes is a short section of DNA, and DNA are double helix structure present in the chromosomes of the body, and chromosomes are present inside the cells. So genes encode, provide instructions to make any type of blood groups. For example, gene may that encode body to have A positive blood group, or it may encode body to have B positive blood group. It is all because of the genes. All these are very important of genetic factors and non-genetic factors. So ABO blood group, RH system, there are genetic markers. Then comes GN system. So GN system is basically a type of protein present in the body. So that is responsible for immune system of the body. GM system. There are various, that is immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins comes under GM system. Immunoglobulins IgG are responsible for immune system functioning. However, immune system functions depends upon GM system. There are various classes of immunoglobulins: class 1, class 2, class 3. So these are specific type of proteins. Then comes haptoglobulin. Haptoglobulin is a type of protein produced by the liver. So these proteins this haptoglobulin binds free hemoglobin that is present in the body. So this free hemoglobin are available due to the destruction of red blood cells. So what does it do? It binds with the free hemoglobins. So it produces a bond with it, and that keeps our body in a normal physiological state. Then there is another term, transferrin. So transferrin is also a type of protein that are produced by the liver. So what does it do? It binds free, it binds freely available iron inside the body. So it binds with the iron. So there are various alleles of GM, haptoglobulins, and transferrin. You must understand. Then there are blood enzymes. There are digestive enzymes. There are liver enzymes. There are enzymes are required for the metabolism of the body. Blood enzymes, body enzymes are required for the various metabolic reactions that are present inside the body. So these are called blood enzymes. So how all these are the genetic markers and physiological traits, how they work well in the physiological and normal body function. There is a lot more things to be discussed over here, that how does the body functions properly. I have discussed with you genetic markers, physiological traits, growth and development. I have so far discussed with you. So these genes here perform certain functions, provides instructions to the body to make certain type of blood. For example, a gene coding for blood groups may provide instructions for A positive blood group, and in that case an individual, a human body will have blood group as A positive. All this is due to the genes. So genetics, human genetics, we are studying in anthropology. It plays a very crucial role in the normal functioning of the body. We all know anthropology is all about socio-cultural study mankind, and as well as biological study of mankind. So it studies socio-cultural aspects as well as biological aspects of human body. So these are to be discussed in detail. This have to be studied in anthropological syllabus. So what strategy you should adopt for this is that you should first of all inculcate content building. You first of all read the topics in detail, make notes of it, and during the second sitting of your study, for example, in the first sitting you study one topic, and in the second sitting you must revise the topic that you studied in the first sitting. After that, you should, after revising the topic, you must shift to or go to prepare the second topic. So simultaneous revision, reading, learning, and revision is very important part. So you will be able to build content, you will be able to build out content enrichment. You have to study the topics, make some notes of it, and do quick revision. In that way, the content will be stored inside the brain for a long time, and multiple revision will ensure the storage of content for a very long time. This is the strategy you have to follow in UPSC mains, in any optional, in all the general studies paper, even in essay. You have to build strong confidence. You have to motivate yourself. You have to, whenever you are feeling low, you have to say your mind. You have to reverse your mood. You have to feel high, because mood has to be in the higher side. Feeling has to be high, because that will give you emotional strength. It will give you power to study more and more. You must study for 10 hours a day. That is, that will ensure your success. That will ensure your final selection in the UPSC civil services examination. You have to get up early in the morning. You have to do continuous reading. That is, you have to develop your style, your way of talking. Your approach has to be unique. Your answers, your content has to be enriched, and there has to be some aura in you. Then only you will be able to deliver lot. You have to be significantly important of it. So we were discussing, I was just trying to recall the things that I have delivered to you in the form of videos. I have discussed with you the various methods and principles of genetics. There are various methods to study genetic disorders. We have to study genes, we have to study chromosomes, functioning of genes, functioning of chromosomes, genetic disorders, defining genetic disorders, what are the causes of genetic disorders, what are the symptoms of genetic disorders, and how treatment can be given to various genetic disorders. All these are have to be discussed in a very elaborative manner. You have to develop a aura in whatever, in every walks of life. You are talking to anybody, say to anybody, but there has to be aura of you while you talk with anybody. So if you make continuous practice, then your aura will become a permanent part of your personality. That aura is very much required. You can be able to go ahead. You have to, for competition, you have to try harder, remain ahead, and prove yourself better than others. This is competition, bro. And you have, this is brutal truth that I am telling you right now. You have to be in the competition. You have to have a head of others in the competition. I don't want to discourage you, but only this is the brutal truth. You have to be way ahead of others. You have to work harder than others. You have to work smarter than others. So, how to work smarter and how to be smarter? Content enrichment, good quality content, case studies, diagrams, flowcharts are required for building strong foundation in anthropology. And moreover, I would say that it is a very scoring subject. You can score more than 300 marks because detailed syllabus of anthropology is given. You have to stick to the topics available in the syllabus, and you have to do study the topics from contemporary view. It has, UPSC has gone very technical. They are not asking straight questions right now. You want to check your analytical ability, your critical reasoning. No doubt, factual knowledge is required, but they have become very technical. So you have to set the approach given the environment, given the challenge posed by the UPSC. Okay, guys. So this was just a quick revision of the topic and motivating all of you to work hard and smarter, guys. Thank you, guys.